Hi, I'm Almighty Argus.
Hey, I'm Crony Gamer.
I'm OutlawMyke.
I'm Crispy Dad.
I'm Julio_GX.
Hi, I'm Spaced.
I'm It's Mark to the Future.
Hello, I'm Wekizz.
Hi, I'm Cagematic, and I'm a parent of Twitch. We're all.
Parents of Twitch.
Sounds pretty basic. We need a splash of Mio. That's fixed it. Mio adds flavor, giving you the power to turn water into serious taste. Want your water fruity? Boom, strawberry watermelon. Looking to taste the summer? Boom, Mio lemonade flavor. One squeeze of Mio into your water transforms the basic to the bold. Zero sugar, zero calories, bold flavor. Mio, we fix water. Buy in store or online.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Parents of Twitch podcast. Hope everybody's doing good today or this afternoon, wherever the time might be for you. We have got a special guest with us today. His name's Kadoomed. He's a great dude.
Hi.
Say hello. Yeah, say hello to the folks. Kadoomed. You guys can check him out. Go ahead and plug your Twitch and stuff so everybody knows where to come see you and see your awesome background.
Twitch.tv/Kadoomed.
Awesome. And we got his name up
really
there.
Easy to find.
Yeah, we got his name up there just in case you guys need to know how to spell it and everything. He's been a parent of Twitch for a good while. I'm pretty sure kind of since the beginning, pretty much. And as always,
Yeah, just about.
we're here with OutlawMyke. He's doing a little work. He's for a good friend. He's a good guy.
Yes, sir. I'm over here doing a little bit of electrical work. You're gonna get a little taste of this outlaw house.
There you go. And then, as always, Wekizz is here, straight off his Twitch stream. It's Critical Thinking. I'm sure everybody loves that, and you guys should check it out definitely the next time he does. It's always before the podcast, and it's always great time, fun, and really gets your brain flowing, your brain juices flowing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hope everybody's doing great today. Thank you for coming along, and thank you, Dave. Yeah, it's getting there. The beard's coming back, and it's gonna come back strong. But yeah, I'm glad to be here today with everybody. And Kadoomed, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, man? What kind of person you are, why you got into streaming, how long you've been a dad, all the good facts and fun things.
All the facts.
Yeah, all the
Just
facts.
the facts.
Yeah, just the facts.
Cool, man. So yeah, I'm Kadoomed, and I'm almost 40, and I've been just like
that.
a month and a couple of weeks. I'm a dad to two young boys, Finley, who will be 6 in a month and a bit, and Kaylin, who is 3, and they keep me on my toes. And I've been streaming since about April, I guess. And yeah, I don't know, it just started as because I've got a background in like arts marketing and photography and the arts. I'm sometimes talking to arts organizations about using digital techniques and reaching new audiences and audience development. And when the lockdown hit in March with the coronavirus, one of the things a lot of people were talking about was live streaming content. And I'd watched Twitch now and again, and I thought, well, maybe I should start streaming and get my head around how you actually stream stuff, and that will help me have better conversations with organizations that I'm working with. And I've just been having a blast ever since, just really enjoying it. Found it's a really good way for me to play more games. A great way to get more gaming done, but also to get a bit more social interaction, which you don't always get as a parent. So it's nice to kind of meet other like-minded people and get the chat in my chat and have people kind of speaking to me and talking to me as we're playing the games. So building up that community has been a really rewarding part of the experience as well.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's
and I'm from Scotland, if you couldn't tell. So
I love Scottish people. They invented so many great things.
I can tell you sound different.
Well,
you can tell I sound different.
Yeah, than those two.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I love the most about our Parents of Twitch community is the fact that we have people from all over the world.
We do.
We've all got these things in common that bring us together. But I also find it very interesting to learn about the things that maybe we don't have in common. What is the most prevalent difference, if you will, you see between the culture where you're from versus America or even Norway?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Mikey. Ooh, that's
a very good question.
We can end here.
God, Mike. Mike's not even at home, and he's already bringing the heat, man.
Me and Vickers suddenly start biting our tongues furiously. I go, oh, look over there.
Hey, what's that over there, guys?
That's the point. Here's That's the
man.
point that I want to get at is we as Americans, I have this, and I suffer from it just like many Americans that don't even pay attention to themselves or the rest of the world enough to know it. Is we
Sure.
have this blind, um, it's almost like just conjecture of what the rest of the world views us as versus what they actually view us as.
Yeah.
And I like to get the real story from the source.
Straight
Yeah,
from
man,
the
it's
horse's
tricky.
mouth, so to speak.
I mean, it's super tricky. It's on the one hand, you've got American culture, which is prevalent and invasive, but it's everywhere, and it's something that we also buy into heavily in the UK and Scotland. I'm sure it's the same in Norway and Lithuania. We like I love American films. I love American music. I love American games, all that stuff. I love American food, man. Like massively so. Huge fan of fast food, but also American regional cuisines and food styles too. And I love America as a country. I've been to America a few times and had an amazing time
Where'd you
both
go,
times I've been
Kadoomed,
there.
when you came to America?
When I was 20, we did a family holiday to the West Coast. So we did a fly drive to California and Nevada.
Ooh,
And that was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Nice.
Going to Vegas when you're 20 sucks. Don't
Oh,
do
I
it.
can vouch for that. I'm
one
There's
year
like
away, man.
nothing to do.
Absolutely nothing.
That's
Nothing legal
yeah.
to do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like putting a kid in front of a big candy store and just being like, "Hey, look at all this candy that you cannot
And not only that,
have."
a kid who's legally able to do all of that back home and can't do it on holiday. What's up with that?
And it's on holiday too. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yes, it is.
and then when
It
a
is.
few years ago we went to Boston and New York, my wife and I, before the kids were born, and we had an amazing time there. And I guess it's that was a bit more interesting. Boston's a very European style city. Obviously Manhattan is a completely different story, but yeah, we had a great time. So what I'm saying is
My bad, just throwing shit on
in Scotland we have this, and in everywhere in Europe we do have this kind of big empathy and buy into American culture, but then we also have the flip side of it, the uglier side of American culture, which I guess you see a lot on TV at the moment.
Yeah,
the kind of right wing side of it, the American first exceptionalism, and yeah, and that's quite hard to buy into. It's quite hard to understand sometimes as well. But it's not to say that America is the only country that's suffering for it, because we've certainly got our own brand of right wing Britain first exceptionalism in the UK as well.
It's something that, and I don't want to get into politics because that's one thing that I find drives people apart. And this world is kind of built upon dividing us. I'm just going to say that that sort of thing is starting to grow in places other than the United States, and people in the United States don't even realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, no, it certainly is.
It's like a melting pot, because that's what we are over here. We're a melting pot of different cultures, and like we like. So, okay, well, we take this culture, leave this culture, but it's like you always get a little bit of melt, like a little fat, when you're melting in the pot, you get a little fat, and that's the you want to keep a little bit of fat, but you also don't want to keep all the fat. You want to.
I mean, what I really wanted to know was. Sorry to cut you off, Cage.
You're good, buddy. I was done. So
I feel like this is important to the theme of almost every episode of our podcast. I really want to know about the culture differences between people in Scotland and the people in America on the subject of Star Wars.
Ooh, there you go.
Sorry, Wekizz, I had to do it.
Wekizz is gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Politics aside, let's say politics and religion aside. What are some of the key differences that you see between Scotland and maybe the rest of the world that nobody else sees or understands? Like, what is Scotland misunderstood for?
Yeah. What's that thing, like people...
That is an excellent question.
People are always saying something, and you're like, no, it's not like that. You're misrepresenting it a little bit,
We're misunderstood in many ways because the tourist board in Scotland misrepresents us. So people come to Scotland expecting this brigadoon experience of shortbread and tartan everywhere, and
can you define that word for me?
what Brigadoon? It's from like an old Hollywood film where this Brigadoon's like a Scottish village that appears. Is the film called Brigadoon? I've never even seen it. But it only appears like once every 100 years, and it's like out of the mist, this village called Brigadoon appears, and everyone's dressed in like full tartan.
Okay, so it's like really like super duper like Celtic, right?
Yeah. But it's all this like this. But even that version of Scotland is made up. It's a fantasy that was designed by one of the kings when he toured up to Edinburgh in the 19th century, 18th century, early 19th century, I think, so 1800s. He was visiting Edinburgh, and they suddenly insisted that everyone start wearing tartan again because he had this idea in his head of what Scotland was like. And like the clan system and all that stuff that you know of, and the way a tartan is always attached to a clan, it's all crap. It's all crap. It doesn't exist. It never existed like that, and it was all invented to appease this royal who was visiting Edinburgh at the time to give him this idea of what Scotland was like. So Scotland's just like any other country. The other thing that we have at the moment is Scotland also suffers from an exceptionalism where Scotland is projected as a social democratic kind of society where we're very similar to like Norway and Sweden, and we're not there yet. So we're not quite as liberal a society as probably we tell people we are. Not to get too much more into the politics, but we are also very conservative in our ways, and there's lots of other
Cage,
problems.
can you hold Mike's lamp there a little
Hey,
bit?
here, Mike. I got you. Hold on.
What?
I'm holding your lamp. I'm gonna hold your lamp.
Hold it.
I got it. All right, go ahead, Kadoom. Sorry.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
you good?
Yeah.
What's the other stuff that we're good for? This is my bugbear. Is I live in a town called Stonehaven, which is just south of Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And we invented deep fried Mars bars.
No.
There was a fish and chip shop in Stonehaven that was the first one to do it. But now everyone comes to Scotland thinking all we do is eat deep fried Mars bars.
That sounds very unhealthy.
Wait, you mean to tell me that's not
deep fried Mars bars?
That sounds delicious.
We like deep fried cheeseburgers.
Yeah, man. Like deep fried Mars bars, they are good. Don't get me wrong. I used to eat them all the time for lunch.
Talking about the chocolate bar Mars?
Yeah, the Mars bars.
You take a chocolate bar, you dip it in batter, and you chuck it in a deep fat fryer, and it's like,
that sounds awful.
We don't eat.
Please don't tell this to my daughter. Nobody of you, don't tell this to my daughter. Okay.
The only people that eat them really are American tourists in Edinburgh, and I don't think we really eat them anymore. But we've got great cuisine, and we've got really good food here as well. Not just deep fried Mars bars. Some of the best ingredients in the world are in Scotland, as well as whiskey and great craft beer and all that stuff too. It's all good. Man, there's some good stuff in. Dave Maury says I have to tell you about Scotland's Route 66.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask exactly. So yeah, go ahead. Let us know.
That's I think he's referring to the North Coast 500, which starts and finishes in Inverness and travels around the very top of Scotland, of the Scottish mainland, in a big loop around the northwest coast. And it's amazing. I've never done it myself, but I've been to bits of it. And it's 500 miles of amazing scenery in some of the least populated parts of Scotland.
So is it like our Route 66? Is it like it's older, like an older road? It's kind of been around for a while, and like it was kind of
bits of it would be older, but bits of it would probably be quite modern as well because they wouldn't have always needed roads there, or it would have been the last place to get roads.
It's the scenic.
It's a lot busier now.
It's the scenic.
Very
That's
scenic.
Gotcha.
Very, very scenic. It goes around some amazing scenery.
Coffee. What's
am I drinking?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a can of Tennant's Lager.
Oh, what is that?
Which was the only beer I had in my fridge. It's like the cheapest beer in Scotland.
You're drinking beer
is
on
that
podcast?
So is that like Pabst Blue Ribbon of Scotland? Is that like the Pabst Blue Ribbon?
The what? Blue Ribbon?
Yeah, the Pabst Blue Ribbon. You never heard of Pabst Blue Ribbon? Okay.
No, man.
So Pabst Blue Ribbon in America it's like if you want to get if you want to drink beer, and you literally want to spend like $1 a can.
Pisswasser.
Yes, it literally. Mike knows what I'm talking about when I say Pabst Blue Ribbon.
At the little pub we used to go to when I was younger, you could get a Pabst for 50 cents.
50 cents a beer.
That's all we drank.
So like that is like the cheap it's piss water pretty much.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering like is that like because like that's like everybody in here knows, or everybody in America like knows Pabst Blue Ribbon. So
it's the Scottish equivalent of like Carling in England. It's just like it's the one beer that every pub has, and it's not like the cheapest, but it's a good beer.
So it's kind of like
good,
Bud, like
good
a
lager,
Bud, a Budweiser maybe. Sort of.
Yeah,
I
a bit
gotcha.
like a Bud.
Okay, cool.
Next
All
time,
right.
tell me that
Special
we're
brew.
drinking on stream. I'll bring mine beer.
Well, hey,
And the last like 2 weeks ago, I tuned in and you guys were all drinking.
wait, you guys are
Russian beer.
you guys don't drink every stream?
I don't drink at all anymore, so
Okay.
it's just not my bag anymore.
I don't either. So okay, moving on.
I don't drink very much anymore. I've got a non-alcoholic one for after this one.
Yeah, a friend of mine had speaking of non-alcoholic beer, her kids like her husband was an alcoholic, right? So like he can't drink anything at all. So he drinks O'Doul's, which is a non-alcoholic beer.
O'Doul's.
Yeah. And so like it's gotten to the point to where like his daughters will drink with him, drink O'Doul's, which is like it's non-alcoholic, but like it's weird because they're like kids and they're drinking a non-alcoholic beer. And I think he said they were doing their classes online, and they get breaks or whatever. And I think he said they saw one of them drinking one of them, and he was like, he came in and saw that, and he was like, I could only think about what the teacher and the other children were thinking.
Oh man,
seeing my kid, because it's like a bonding thing, like they drink the O'Doul's together because he can't drink and everything. So I just I thought that was kind of funny, and
that's funny, man.
Yeah, it's it's he's gonna call from the principal. Yeah. So your kids were drinking on Zoom meeting. We're gonna have to send some defects or whatever it may be out there.
Yeah, Mike's trying to drill up into your studio, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen, get out of here, Mike. Stop it. All right.
Bring a hammer and start hammering him.
Okay. Dave Morey said something else too about the portions. Something about portions in Scotland, or hold on, let me roll up here. What did he say?
Did he?
Scottish version of Route 6. Okay, here. Hold on, it's up here. That's the biggest difference. The UK is really tight with restaurant portions. So is that true?
Are we?
I don't know.
Maybe it depends on the restaurant you're going to.
I mean, I guess so. He's
like if you went to like I mean, it's not that, like when I was in LA, like we got the biggest portion of food I've ever seen in my life.
Okay,
like,
yeah. Americans don't play when it comes to fast food.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, quarter pounders, half pounders, Big Macs. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's just we go big or go home, and it's probably not the healthiest
Normally,
thing.
portions are really small in McDonald's.
Yeah,
like seriously small.
Yeah,
we want,
I don't know. It's too small. One burger is not enough. Never.
We want more.
Yeah,
we want more for our money. We want to feel like we got enough value for what we spend.
Yeah, we want to feel like we put one over on McDonald's when we buy a meal. Like, haha, I just got you, McDonald's. Okay, I took you for I should have paid you $7 for that meal, but I only paid you $4.50. So I put one over on you. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like to feel like
we've got restaurants that have started doing those eating challenges that you get in the States now as well. So you get a few places that'll do, if you finish this monster burger, you can have it for free. That kind of stuff.
You get a T-shirt and you can have it. You don't have to pay the $80.
Your face on the wall.
Yeah, your face over here.
Is it McDonald's Battle Pass style or something?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that is. What is that? Battle Pass?
You ate 10 hamburgers and you leveled up on Battle Pass and you get one free or something.
Yeah. Shit, man.
I mean, you could, but it's more along the lines of one huge hamburger, not multiple hamburgers. I mean, I guess
have you not seen
there's-
Man vs. Food?
Yes.
There's a show, Man vs. Food. You must get it in Norway as well. You get it everywhere.
God. Like he had this thing where it was like huge pancakes. Like the pancakes were the size of my midriff. You know, like this big. Like I mean, they were huge, and there was like 8 of them, and you had to eat them all within like a certain period of time. It's food challenge.
It's
Is it that the same guy who ate like 100 cooked eggs?
I don't know. Could be. Might. Well, they got a new guy in that show, I think now. But
yeah, I've not watched as much. But
yeah, after that guy, he was just you get
Adam,
attached to Adam. That's it, Adam. I don't remember
Adam
his last
Richmond.
name.
That's it.
Yeah, but
Richmond,
he's.
yeah.
I guess
He was
he's
good.
went on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I think so. And I think he said he just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, could you imagine?
He was like practically running a marathon after every show just to
Man.
like work the weight off.
Could you imagine doing that? Like that's your job, eating all that every, like. Ooh, like
No, yeah, you're good.
they
you're
probably
good.
did what, a week, maybe every week or two. They probably have to
Yeah,
film an
man.
episode. Jeez,
They probably
Louise.
do like most shows do most of the filming in like 3-4 months for the entire year.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's awful.
So could you imagine like 4 months out of the year you gotta like stuff your face with this food and
Yeah.
like the rest
you-
of the year you probably just eat salads.
And you got to win at least like half of those, otherwise you're just going to
Right.
look bad and they're going to cancel you. So it's
Yeah.
like your livelihood depends on you being a pig, you know?
Oink oink,
Oink oink, baby.
mother trucker.
Mother trucker.
Chat's saying that he had treadmills and stuff on the road with him, so he could like not die.
He had probably had treadmills in like
That's
a little
good.
the trailer, so he's just running as they're driving him to the next location.
Yeah. Burger in hand.
Yeah, just eating and running.
Like one of those treadmill bikes, yeah.
Because you have to train too to do stuff like that. Like you have to
Dude,
expand
yeah,
your
you have to, like, stretch your
stomach and
stomach,
like
yeah.
and
Yeah.
so you have to like practice at that. Like you can't just become
I
like
couldn't-
a professional
you know what?
eater
I couldn't
like that.
dip bread in water and eat it. I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
Your
those
stomach needs to be big all the time. Literally.
yeah those hot
Like,
dog
they-
those professional
they
hot dog
dunk 'em in-
eaters.
They dunk them in water and then
Yeah.
shove them down their mouth.
It just sounds awful. God awful.
That's a professional way of eating. Come on.
I know, but
That doesn't
this
look
is
fun.
water.
It
Yeah,
sounds like you have some experience in professional eating sports.
yeah.
Oh,
Wekizz.
okay, then let's come back to more fun. Kadoomed?
Yeah.
That's, So tell us about your nickname. Where is it
Oh, man.
from?
Yeah, how'd you get it?
It's
How much did you pay for it?
no, man, it was just one of those things. So I used to listen to quite a lot of doom metal music, and was obsessed with like lots of metal and doom and stoner and sludge stuff. Mike's down in Louisiana. I'm sure he knows lots of good sludge and doom bands down there. That's where the whole sludge scene started.
Mhm.
Yeah, like bands like I Hate God and stuff.
Like acid
And
bath.
yeah. All that
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
Crowbar and
My,
stuff like that.
Yeah. Dax Riggs lived like across the bayou from us at one point.
I know.
So yeah, man.
So
acid bath
So
where
yeah,
it's at.
but back in the day when I got my Xbox and had to come up with a gamer tag, I was just like, oh, I need to come up with something fun. I didn't just want to use my name like, oh, Dave. So I was like, had to come up with something that I thought sounded cool, and yeah, just Kadoomed. That was it. There was not a lot of thought behind it. Just thought it sounded cool, and then when I was streaming, I kind of had gone off the name for a while.
Yeah.
When I was streaming, I thought, oh, do you know what? Actually, that's quite a good one for streaming because it's still quite catchy. It's different.
It makes
People
me think
notice
of
it.
Banjo and Kazooie, in all honesty.
Banjo.
Like,
Oh,
Kazooie.
really?
The way your logo is and like the it's like
Alright.
whimsical, right?
Yeah, and
Whimsical.
it's simple yet elegant. You know, like you don't want a complicated name or logo or whatever it may be. You want it to be like
Yeah.
kind of minimalist a little bit, and that way people look at it and it like immediately just pops in their brain. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to say,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder what that means. So just Kadoomed. Okay, ooh, that's cool, catchy,
That's my gimmick.
I mean, my logo. I'm not a designer, so my logo was put together pretty quickly, and it was just me trying to come up with something clean and like easy to replicate and do, and with a nice font. So,
All right.
but I'd like to get a new one soon that kind of is more reflective of the name, and that would look cool in like t-shirts and stuff. But I don't know I'm trying to find local artists to work with, so it looks a bit different from all the other streamer logos.
Aren't you the artist?
Yeah, it's hard to kind of separate yourself because like you wanna use little tidbits like we've always talked about from your favorite streamers or whatever, but you also, like you said, you want to stand out. So it's hard to find that little gray area where you're like, okay, this is my own, but I'm still taking little things from here and there and kind of mixing it in, you know.
And I think it'd be nice like if people go, "Oh, who did your logo?" I'd be able to go, "Oh, this guy from Aberdeen who's an amazing artist. He doesn't really do a lot of logos and stuff, but hit him up and he'll do you something amazing like this." Or
and then
go
you
check
give
out his
him
actual artwork and prints and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. But I think the Kadoomed thing has a lot to play with as well. So I'm going to try and play a bit more with it in my stream. I used to like DJ a bit.
Yeah.
Running metal nights. I used to run a heavy metal night in Aberdeen, and I used to take this boy along with me every night, called the Doomstick, and it used to be sitting in the DJ booth with me and my pal, and we'd be like waving it whenever we played like Black Sabbath and stuff.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And
man.
it was
Now
ace,
I will
like,
have nightmares.
Yep.
So yeah, the Doomstick is going to appear on stream now and again, and I'm going to like have it as a reward for channel points that I can like curse people in chat.
It could be like your mascot.
That's
Yeah.
all.
And you need like ominous music that plays when you pull it out, you know, like there's all kinds of cool little things you can. It can be like your little mascot guy, you know. He comes out and it's doomed, you know.
I don't have him, but I also did. Like, are you in New York, Cage? Or
no, Georgia, but same
Georgia,
like same
I thought you were
time.
from New York for some reason.
Oh God, thank God, no, Jesus, I've been up there, and it's just so. I'm a country boy. I've lived in the country my whole life, you know, and like cities frighten me. It's just there's like when I go down to Atlanta and stuff, I just get like nervous and anxious because there's just so many people packed into so little space, you know. And I'm used to living in a house, you know, with, you know, yards and you have like 2-3 acres and your next door neighbor is way over there, you know, you can't spit on their house like in Atlanta. So New York is a little crazy for my taste.
Too busy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good culture and obviously food, and there are some, you know, really cool things like the Statue of Liberty and, you know, a lot of good theaters like the Apollo. There's a lot of cool stuff in New York, so I'm not going to, you know.
The reason I ask is there used to be an amazing toy shop there called FAO Schwartz. And when we went to Boston, New York, it was still open. I think it might have reopened in a new location now, but
it's been around for a while.
Yeah. In the Tom Hanks film Big, that's where they have the FAO Schwartz. In the Tom Hanks film Big, that's where they have the big piano on the floor, and you could still go and play on it there. But they also used to have the Build Your Own Muppet Company franchise. So it was the only place in the world you could get a Jim Henson style Muppet made, and you could walk into the store and order your Muppet and come back in half an hour, and you could walk out with this Muppet that you'd had made.
Please tell me you got a Muppet.
Yeah, man, we got a Muppet. So we got not one but two Muppets, one for me, one for my wife, in kind of likenesses of what we looked like then.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting in my living room for years, and it just dawned on me the other day. It's like I should have the Muppet in my stream.
Kadoomed, that is
do like
genius
a Muppet
idea,
takeover
man.
every now and again.
Like
so that's gonna be
remember how the guy who shall not be named? Okay, remember how he had the robot?
I can name him, no problem.
You remember how he had the robot?
No.
Okay, so
I've never seen him.
He had this robot that would come on, and it would kick him off his own stream. And he would just sit there. See, that's what you do, man. You have your Muppet kick you off stream, and then you literally just, like, you could have your wife or somebody just, like, sit there and talk with the Muppet while you talk, and then you play your video games, right? So then the Muppet just takes over your stream. That'd be, I would definitely watch that. Yes.
Muppet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mike is muted whilst he's using the drill.
Yeah.
He mutes himself.
So the old sawzall.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, well, that's a channel point reward. That's going to be a Muppet takeover of the stream.
I have
Muppet
something
Doom
for you guys.
I like that, Kadoomed. That's a good idea, man. It's fun.
What have you got, Wekizz?
Yeah, Wekizz, go
Are
ahead.
you ready for this?
All right. Well, I don't know. Depends.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'll try to pause it where I want it.
Yeah,
We
he's
don't
muted.
need sound here. This is not important, but let's try with the sound.
Okay. Uh-oh. It's so weird that Wekizz is in a little bubble on your...
This! I love it. What happened here?
It looks like a look of pure terror is what it looks like.
I'm really confused. Is that the clip from my channel a few weeks ago?
Of course it's from your channel.
Well, I know it's from my channel, but was that when the light fell down?
Maybe.
Did you see it? Did you just see it starting to fall and you're...
Yes, probably the light was falling down.
Oh yeah, it was after my dog had made an appearance, so it was like had moved my laptop, and then I put it back, the light fell down, and Wekizz kindly clipped it, or Dave clipped it. I can't remember who. Someone clipped it anyway.
Not me. Not me.
yeah.
I just like the face. It was really like...
Yeah, that's panic.
Yes, exactly.
It's just panic. You're just, oh God, please don't break my legs. My life.
Well, do you know what? Actually, I think, I don't know if it was then or later or another time, but there's a crack in my monitor, and I'm pretty sure it's from the light.
That's a good circle.
Did it hit it or something? What happened to it?
Yeah, I think because it's just like balancing.
Yeah.
It's just on like a monopod, so it doesn't have a proper base.
Okay.
Because I've got all these, like, I'm a photographer as well, so I've got all these like bits and pieces lying around.
So you're riding.
It just sits on a monopod.
You're riding lightning every day. You're just waiting for. I love it, Kadoomed. Okay, listen, I ride the
Danger's
lightning
my middle name.
That's right, man. I walk the fine edge of a blade every day. Okay, because otherwise I just couldn't bear with myself. I've got to walk the line. You know, like Johnny Cash said, walk the line. You know what? So talking about your stream, man. You kind of were talking about some philosophy behind it, and you know, I've always wanted to talk about like what the stream can do for you, and as far as people with mental health, and you know, there's charities for it and stuff, but also streaming, I feel like can help people with if they're like depressed or just they have some sort of issue that normally there's not really an outlet for it. And streaming is, I know for me, like when I have a bad day and I get on and I see you guys, you know, come into my stream, whether it be Wekizz or Mike or Dave or Ziggy or Dookie or all you guys.
Too late.
Yeah, I know. So, but you've been in there once or twice. Yeah, it just makes me feel really good to see you come in and say, hey, man, what's up? How was your day? And so I just kind of wanted to talk to you about that, and like, you know, it helps me, and I was just curious, like, you know, do you have, like, you know, how does it help you? How does streaming affect your life, and is it an outlet for you? Is it just like you're just having fun? Like, how does it help you in your everyday life, you know?
So it's I mean, there's a couple of questions there. There's one about the streaming philosophy, and then there's one about kind of mental health and how streaming can either can help mental health, either as a streamer or I guess also as a community, as a place to talk about mental health.
Right.
And I think, I don't know if streaming, I don't know if it helps my mental health a lot. I think sometimes it makes it worse.
It might impede it a little bit.
You know, like I don't need the anxiety of getting ready for a stream sometimes, or if like in those early days when you're streaming to no one, and you're just like, oh please, like someone come on and make this worthwhile.
One person, just someone say
that's
something.
pretty hard.
Yeah,
exactly. But I think now that I don't want to say established, but now that I've got a bit of a community, I've got some regular people that come back, and a good core group of people to chat to, I think it definitely does help my mental health. I think it's nice to always know that there's people going to show up and be there, and that you can be there for them if they need it.
Right.
And that's a nice feeling. Certainly the Discord that's associated with it is a nice thing as well, because we always have a lot of chat in there. In terms of my philosophy, I guess when I started the stream, it's kind of changing. When I started to stream, there was a lot of it was focused towards kind of being kid friendly, because my eldest son Finley was watching all my streams the morning after, and he was really enjoying it. But since I've stopped playing Splatoon, he's kind of lost interest, because he just really loved Splatoon.
Right. He's like, I have no interest
So,
in watching you, Dad, anymore. You're not playing my favorite
yeah,
game.
exactly.
I
That's
would
it.
stream Splatoon
Drop
just for
me.
that extra viewer.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I mean, I was streaming Splatoon, and like, it's a great game. I really do enjoy it, and I was doing quite well in terms of viewers. But I've got to tell you, I'm not that good at Splatoon, and it was feeling like a bit of a chore to do that stream, just because, and I was just doing it because my son liked it and because people showed up. And so I've dropped Splatoon for now. I'm still gonna go back to it and play it now and again, but I don't want to make it one of my regular streams, because I just kind of think it was an anchor for me, a weight around my neck, and it was making it harder for me to actually want to stream.
Yeah, it gets to the point to
because
where
I wasn't having as much fun.
Exactly. You're not having fun. If you're not having fun streaming, your audience is gonna see it. You know.
Damn, Kadoom's really fell off since he stopped playing
I read
Splatoon.
that. Kadoom's son.
So now I'm still trying to keep my stream kind of family friendly, but I'm trying to focus more on the stuff that I enjoy playing and it's fun. And then hopefully, like, hey, Radpix joined. That's great. So there'll be so if I'm playing games that I enjoy, hopefully that comes across in the stream as well.
I think it does.
Fingers crossed.
I think
Yeah.
it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A thing you don't really see yourself, and you probably don't notice. But when you're playing a game you don't like, it just automatically kind of just drops your excitement level, and it's almost like you're mulling through it, you know. But like, you're playing a game and you're like really excited. You're like, oh man, I can't wait to get to this boss, or I can't wait to get to this next level. And then not only are people seeing your eyes light up and you smile and you're talking to them, but they see that you're playing the game and you're actually getting excited about it, and they can tell by the way you're talking to them. And I think it just changes. It can flip your whole stream around.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? So I definitely feel you there, man.
Yeah, and I think that's the important thing. I need to still be enjoying it. And
over here,
I've got lots of big plans for like where the stream's gonna go eventually. But then one of the problems is that I work like almost full time and then have kids, and it's just hard to kind of spend enough time doing everything. So at the moment I have as well as suffering from depression and anxiety, I also have which isn't too bad just now. I'm actually doing okay for that. But I also have post-viral fatigue at the moment, because I had COVID in March, and I'm very up and down in terms of my energy levels. So I can have like a week or 2 weeks of feeling great, and then have like a week of just feeling rubbish. And I've been really struggling just to even keep to 2 regular streams a week.
Right.
Because I'll do one and then it'll just knock me out for the next one 2 days later. So it's been really hard to stick to a regular schedule and feel like I'm getting any momentum because of that. So that means it's been harder to then build in extra days as well, because if I can't stick to 2 days, it's hard to then add in another regular day.
And that's just more stress for
kind of
you, and
exactly.
You got to keep your stress level down, especially with that. How did it, if you don't mind me asking, how did it affect you? Like when you actually got COVID and everything? Like,
I was gonna ask the same question.
You know, like how, because it's obviously affecting you afterwards. And like, I've heard some people say it didn't really affect them bad, but then it lasted a really long time. Then some people say it affected me, you know, it was like the worst week of my life. And then I was okay after that. So I'm just kind of, if you don't mind talking about it, you know.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm not laughing at COVID. I'm laughing at Rad in the chat, who's one of my regulars. So I need to talk more to put his nephew to sleep. Cheek.
You do have a mellow voice, though. It's very soothing. You know.
Very soothing.
Very soothing. Yeah.
No. You're listening to Jazz FM. Nice.
No.
Scottish radio.
So I didn't have bad COVID. I didn't have, I didn't have to go to intensive care or anything. I didn't have huge problems breathing.
Yeah.
I had a really chesty cough, and it knocked me out for like 2 weeks, where I just was on the sofa for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's like a
And
bad
then I
flu.
thought I was okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, really bad virus. Thought I was okay. Wasn't even sure it was COVID or anything. But then I went back to trying to do running and things like that. Because before that, the week before I came down with the virus, I was doing like 10K runs, and I'm a keen cyclist as well. I'd done a 46-kilometer cycle the month before and stuff, and pretty fit and healthy. And now can't do anything. So yeah, I thought I was okay. Went back and started running, and probably went too heavy too soon, and then realized pretty quickly that exercise is evil and should not be pursued if you've just had a heavy virus.
Right. Something you should stay away from.
So I'm still suffering for it, and putting the pounds back on.
Have they said, obviously I'm guessing you went to a doctor to kind of
spoke to my GP, and they basically said, you've got post-viral fatigue, probably because you had COVID. The time adds up. Everyone had it then, and given your symptoms, it definitely sounds like it was COVID. There's nothing we can do. We don't know how long it's going to last. Good luck.
Wow.
I was like, oh, thanks. Okay.
That's comforting to hear.
Yeah. But what can you do? I'm very lucky. It could have been a lot worse. There's people with much worse kind of long-term problems than I have. I just get really tired, which is annoying. But yeah.
Well, it impacts your life. It's amazing how just being tired can really screw with your day, and because you might have a whole day planned out and say, okay, I'm gonna stream, then I'm gonna go do this with my kid, and then I'm gonna hang out with my wife, take her somewhere or something, and then it's an hour passes and you're like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to lay down and sleep all day, and then that ruins your mood because you're like, you had all these fun things planned, and you're like, great, now I'm tired, and now I just want to lay down.
It ruins my wife's mood more.
Yeah, that's probably something we can all relate to.
She's thoroughly fed up of it. So yeah.
My wife is going to university. She's practicing being nurse. So if I would go sick, that would be just a practice for her.
She's just gonna practice on you, huh, Wekizz?
That's good.
Like, she's just like, okay, I think you have these symptoms. She's just gonna start poking you and sticking you with needles, drawing your blood. Yeah.
I once dated this chick that was in school to be a phlebotomist. The people that draw blood.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I always hated that word. The word phlebotomist.
I've never heard it.
It just sounds creepy. Like ventriloquist.
She would practice with like vein sticks and stuff, and like practice drawing blood on me.
That's awful.
I was all right with it. I'm not afraid of needles. I don't know if you guys ever noticed or anything. It's hard to tell in this angle. I got tons of tattoos, so I ain't no needles.
Oh, nice. I'm hoping to get another tattoo in the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, you want to tell us what you're thinking about getting?
I don't know, probably like I really want to get a space themed tattoo up here.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for my tattoo guy to come back to me with a design and see what he puts together. I've sent him like loads of ideas.
Yeah.
Failing that, I've got like a Pinterest board with tons of like tattoos I think are cool. There's like Star Wars tattoos, gaming tattoos, all kind of things. So
yeah,
if we can't come together with a tattoo design for the space one, we'll go for something smaller somewhere else. But
yeah, space one would be cool. That's kind of like a theme we went with my son and everything. So when you said that kind of I don't know if I'm gonna get another tattoo, man. This one on my arm that I got, it took a lot of ink work and stuff, and
what is that?
It's a dragon. It's actually
cool.
A dragon with a. If you can.
Hey, I got a dragon tattoo up here that's kind of like that, except it doesn't look anything like that, and it looks like trash.
So this was the second tattoo I ever got, and it took like 6 or 7 hours for this guy to do it, and it was not After that, I was
6
like,
or 7 hours for that.
I think it was mainly just because I needed to take a break after about 3.5, 4 hours. And
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
yeah, I was like feeling a little queasy. So he's like, "You all right?" Because he like looked at me and he's like, "You okay, man?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" He's like, "Your face is really white. Like you're already pretty white, but your face is really like a lot whiter than you usually are." So he's like, "How about you? Here, I'm gonna go get you a cookie. You eat this cookie and drink some orange juice, and we'll take about 30-minute break." And so 30 minutes turned into like 45 to an hour. So that's it's my fault that it took so long because I was a little baby.
Yay, cookie!
I know, right? I was just glad to have something to eat. I was like,
here's a lollipop. You've been a good boy.
You've been a good boy. good, Cagematic. Here you go.
Did you
Here's your
lollipops after
lolly.
tattoos? Because I'm afraid of tattoos.
Well, I mean, would you still be afraid of it if they gave you a lollipop? If they said,
they gave you a
if
lollipop.
hey, you gotta get this tattoo. I don't like tattoos, but we'll give you a lollipop. Okay, all right. Well, I changed my
Damn,
mind.
I really want a lollipop.
So I was
go ahead.
Say to people that tattoos, like I've only got 2 and they're pretty small, but like I was nervous before I got my first one, and then it was just like, oh, was that it?
It's a little addicting, right?
Things, yeah. But it's like a cat scratch, really. It's not like it does hurt, but it's not like getting knifed or
Cat
anything.
scratch. I hate cats.
It's just like getting scratched by a kitten or something.
Right, they're just like picking at you a little bit, you know. And I
To me, it feels like a bee sting.
Yeah, and the machine kind of like is comforting that noise, you know, of the machine. The zzz, zzz, zzz.
But yeah, like after a while, the vibration of the machine kind of numbs you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
and the guy that did my last one is an old buddy of mine, so we were just chatting away, and that helped a lot as well. You know, just
yeah, it can kind of put you in.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I wanted to distract you. Can anybody guess the message I got from my daughter in Discord?
No. What is it?
Well, she have her PC time over and she needs to go to bed and something like that.
Yeah.
But she wrote me, "I need more time to kill a boss."
I mean,
which boss?
What do you do?
What do you say? So what do you say, Wekizz? What? You're quite a conundrum as a gamer and as a streamer and a dad. What do you do?
I gave her half an hour more. I think that's enough to kill a boss, no?
I feel like
it depends on the boss.
Yeah, I feel
is
like
she playing Dark Souls?
If it's Dark Souls, 30 minutes is not.
Terraria.
Terraria.
Like, come on.
Yeah, don't bring that. Jesus, Mike. That remnant. God almighty. Gives me I had nightmares after that about trying to kill that boss.
We are seeing many angles of OutlawMyke yet.
I know it's lower, up, above, to the side. It's great. Everybody pay attention.
Podcast.
Everybody pay attention. You'll learn how to wire lights from OutlawMyke. Not only do we have
such a pain in the dick. Sorry for the language, but I hate these things. These little push termination.
All right, so
yeah, I guess
that's okay. So that was my next thing about post-COVID and stuff. So we talked about that. And speaking of kids, and you were kind of hitting at that already, Kadoomed. How do you balance? Because I know personally myself, it's super hard. I only have 1 kid, so I can only imagine what it's like for you guys who have 2, 3, 4.
2 times harder.
It's so
plus your kid can't pick up a controller yet, right?
No, thank God. He's starting to crawl around a little bit, but he's like doing that thing where like he gets up to crawl and then he just launches himself forward like a freaking rocket, and so he'll slam his head into a couch or a wall or his little baby jail. You see his little baby jail behind me, like right here. This is his little baby jail that we put up.
Right. The folded up thing. The thing that's flat against the wall.
And he'll stand up, right? And he'll put his fingers in between the jail, and he'll just go like this, up against the baby jail, and just rub his face up against it, and lick it. And I just look at him, and I'm just like, "Are you okay? Are you okay, little guy? Are you okay, Cooper?" And he's just like kind of will stop licking the baby jail and look up at me and just smile. And then go back to licking the baby jail again. So, I mean,
what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? just gonna let him lick the baby gel and keep it clean, and you know, not hopefully he doesn't start to eat it when he gets teeth, because that
He
could be
will.
bad. I'm sure he will. Yeah, I'm just
They'll eat everything.
God.
They're like puppies when you first get them, and they're like
man.
teething on everything.
Yeah.
Like babies. Yeah, they just eat everything.
I'm
Absolutely.
not looking forward to that at all.
Oh man, it's cool.
But yeah, how do you balance?
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
like work.
I don't know if I'm good at
wife,
balancing it.
kids, all that stuff.
I guess you need to. Communication's important,
Right?
and managing expectations with your family. I don't know if I'm the best at it. Probably not.
I think we try the best we can, Kadoomed. You know, like
Yeah,
you.
I could. I definitely need to like do more around the house these days.
Yeah.
But it's been hard, and I think I've probably been using tiredness as an excuse, and I probably need to step up a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a bit easier to manage games because my kids are into games. We've kind of encouraged that. So my eldest son Finlay sometimes appears in my streams. We've done a couple of streams together playing Minecraft and like doing that stuff. That's been good fun. We tested out some Minecraft mini games, some maps that we downloaded from the marketplace, so that was good fun.
Gotcha.
My youngest Kaylin, like he plays Minecraft as well, so all of our family, my wife has started playing Minecraft too, so we can all sit in the living room playing Minecraft together.
Yeah.
Why
on
my
different
wife don't play
devices.
Minecraft?
Well, why don't you talk
And that's
to her?
really good
Tell
fun.
her, Wekizz. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, Minecraft's great. It's so
say
accessible
Kadoomed, like
for everyone.
use Kadoomed as an example. Say, hey, the family who
Yeah.
games together stays together, right?
Absolutely. But my wife's really into Mario Kart and Mario games as well, so like she can beat me at Mario Kart pretty easy. So, I guess there is that kind of understanding of what gaming is as well. It's not like I've got friends whose partners just hate games and hate gaming and like don't understand why they're playing games.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't have that problem. I guess it's just harder to kind of, we find it hard to say no to the kids when they want screen time.
Yeah.
Because I guess I'm spending all my time on playing games. Why can't he play a bit more and stuff?
It's hard to justify it. Like say, no,
yeah.
you can't do it, but I can. It's like do as I say, not as I do type deal. But
plus it's an easy option.
Yeah.
And like I can justify it by saying, well, I could play with him and then we're doing something together. It's father-son time. But,
yeah. I mean, I feel like if he could be doing a lot worse things, you know?
Yeah.
He could just be watching
definitely.
YouTube. And so, I mean, at least you are trying to pull him and say, hey, if you're going to have screen time, let's play a game together. Let's have some fun together. Let's bond. Yeah, I don't need you learning how to start a car on YouTube and going and trying to start your mom's car and take off, you know? That actually happened to me, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is your kid?
Okay, so
my eldest son is almost 6 and my youngest is 3.5.
Oh wow.
Okay, so your 5-year-old. What do you play? What's your 5-year-old?
The Minecraft.
We play Minecraft a lot. Yeah, Minecraft. Lots of Nintendo Switch games he'll play. He likes Splatoon. He played that a lot. He was really good at Splatoon, much better than me.
Do you guys play Minecraft on Xbox, or is that what you guys play together?
Well, he plays it on the Switch. My wife will play it on the PlayStation. My youngest is on the tablet, and I'm on the laptop.
Oh wow! I forgot it's
So we've all got our own
cross-platform like that.
Yeah, it's cross-platform. So as long as you're all in Bedrock, you can play it.
With my 5-year-old.
I think that's like a good game to play with your kids because it
yeah, man.
You know, they can build things. They learn how to like.
Why not Fortnite? They can build things there too.
I mean,
my cousin has a 7-year-old, 6-year-old kid that is like a phenom at Fortnite. And I probably say this every stream, but that kid will carry me. Like the only time I play Fortnite is whenever I'm playing with him, and that kid brings us to victory.
Brings you to victory.
I mean, you were talking about differences in culture earlier between Scotland and other countries, and this is probably something that the UK differs in terms of some European countries too. But guns are a big no in the UK and Scotland, and we're not generally big fans of guns, and that includes in representation of children's media.
Yeah.
Too, and I don't know if it goes back to there was a big school shooting here when I was in secondary school, in Dunblane, and I think that caused a big cultural change in the UK with regards to guns and gun crime, and how guns are portrayed in the media as well. Obviously, we still are into them, and I still play shoot 'em ups sometimes and shooter games, but we're waiting a long time before we'll let our kids play games that kind of, I guess, glorify guns in that way, or make guns seem more commonplace.
Yeah.
I know it's completely different and a very nuanced and tricky subject when you're talking about America's relationship with guns, but in the UK it's much more straightforward. We just aren't into them, and it's not represented in the media as much.
Hey, my kid is screaming his head off, so I will be right back, guys. You got Wekizz, Mike.
Yeah, no
you
problem,
guys,
man.
I'll be right back.
I can tell you one story. I'm not into politics, but I know some memes from Trump and stuff. One time I tweeted to a Trump, and you know what I tweeted to him?
What was that?
Let's go play Fortnite. I will help you build a wall.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
anybody that knows me knows that I am an avid. I'm a hunter. So with that, I have guns, right?
Yeah.
I've got quite a few different guns for quite a few different.
You're too far away.
Hold on. So I have a few different guns for a few different purposes. And unlike most people that are of the American persuasion, or the Southern persuasion, or the country persuasion, or the white male persuasion, I don't view guns as a viable toy genre for children. In my house, there are no water guns, there are no Nerf guns, there are no toy guns, because guns are not toys, guns are tools.
Yeah.
So, having said that, recently, in current events, here in Louisiana, we have virtual schooling due to COVID in a lot of places. And in one school, there was a fourth grader who his brother tripped over a BB gun that was in his room, and he picked up the BB gun and moved it out the way. But where he moved it, it was in view of the camera. So the teacher reported it. The kid got suspended from the virtual school. And I find myself curious because I'm like the only one of the opinion that the BB gun didn't belong in the bedroom with a kid to begin with. It's just a BB gun. Well, it doesn't matter if it's just a BB gun. Oh, well, even if it was loaded, it couldn't hurt nothing, blah, 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 blah. You don't know that it was loaded. You don't know it was unloaded. The person behind the camera didn't know what kind of weapon it may have been. And at the end of the day, the number one rule in gun safety, there are 6 major tenets of gun safety. The number one rule is to assume every weapon is loaded. Even if you know it's unloaded, you still treat it as if it's loaded. So the lack of education and the lack of gun safety, I believe, is what tears this country apart in the gun discussion. Right?
Sure.
I'm that weird guy that has a whole bunch of guns and shoots them and hunts and all this stuff, but I want stronger gun regulation.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But that's not weird. That's a perfectly logical approach to gun law, and it's almost a European and Canadian approach as well, because guns are widely used and available in countries like Germany and Canada, but they're just heavily regulated, and rightly so. And it's a good thing. Like, we have guns in Scotland, but they're used for hunting or for pest control. And when my dad, he had a shotgun when we were growing up, because he used to do clay pigeon shooting and used to shoot rabbits for farmers and stuff. And so the police would come around every 6 months, every year, to check how his gun was stored. He had to make sure it was always stored safely and locked up and all that stuff. And you have to get like a background check and all that stuff.
I can support that kind of stuff. Hey, what's up? Post Malone in the house. Hello, brother.
But yeah, and I don't have anything against Fortnite. I think it's an okay game. And yeah, Finley, my eldest, is already pestering me to play Fortnite, and we've said when he's older, next year maybe he can play Fortnite. 'Cause some of his friends already play it, and I'm sure it's fine. And it is cartoony rather than it's not Call of Duty or anything. So
I have a good quote.
yeah,
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
That is an incorrect quote. Guns do not kill
Yeah.
people. Images caused by projectiles kill people.
Oh,
guns help
Expert.
though. It takes a lot
Makes
longer
things
for folk to
faster.
kill people when they don't
Yeah.
have guns, and that time can be used to get people to safety. So
Hey, Cage
wow.
is here, so I was waiting for a very strange question, really strange to all of you.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting because imagine you can only stream a certain game. Like you cannot go live, but if you stream that game, you can go live. And that game you hate. You hate that game. Would you be still a streamer? Would you go for this?
I
So
would
For
absolutely
example,
stream art.
I hate Mario Bros.
yeah.
I would quit streaming if I could only stream Mario Bros. I would quit it right here, right now.
So you're saying
Well, I mean, like,
you're saying that
I'm not
if you
making-
got paid, like if you were like you had a lot of people watching because
Yeah.
of that one game. I'm just trying to get
Yeah.
so I can think about it. Go ahead.
Oh
Kadoomed.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Kadoomed.
Let's say even
I was
you
just
will
gonna say,
get
like,
paid.
I'm not making any money. No one's watching my streams. Why would I stream a game I hate? It's just like
Yeah, like you have to be.
torture.
Relax.
They will
Kinda
pay you a
massacre.
monthly salary. They will pay you a monthly salary for the game you hate.
How much are we talking here?
Oh, we've lost Cage. Not Cage.
Monthly
Mick.
salary.
I know a monthly salary, but are we talking like $5 a month? Or are we talking $5,000 a month? Like,
I mean the monthly average salary you're getting.
okay, all right, okay, yeah, you go. So you answer
and
first.
the game you
Kadoomed.
hate.
I know.
What? So what was? Okay, first of all, what's like a game that you hate, Kadoomed? Like you just
Yeah,
utterly,
you would never
You-
play
you just
or stream.
like you play it and you just feel like the hate rising within, like the dark side is just gonna take over if you just have to play this game one more damn minute. You know, pardon my French.
I know, probably like those mobile games where like
Oh my God, yes.
it's just like endless adverts and like pay to win stuff, and you're like tapping, tap, 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 tap.
Like that
and-
Raid Legends thing and that
Yeah, man.
they always have those commercials for try Raid Legends. It's the best MMO out there.
So a streamer I watch and respect a lot, just got paid to do a Raid Shadow Legends
No
stream.
way, dude.
Yeah. And she was initially not keen and had always, like all of us, had made the same jokes
Yeah.
and ridiculed Raid Shadow Legends, and then the email came through and they pay good. and it's pretty straightforward thing to do a stream on. So
I mean, if
and we all downloaded it for her to get her that payday as well. And we played the tutorial because
nice, man.
you know,
Well, that's
you
cool.
got
you
you got to
guys.
help people out. So
Well, yeah, you're friends, man. You know, if they
But
because you see
that
'em-
game sucked.
Yeah. That's what I was waiting. I was waiting for you to be like, you know what, the game's actually. Either you were gonna be like, the game's actually not that bad, guys. It's actually a pretty decent game, or you were gonna say, yeah, that game's awful.
I mean, I think I did say that if I was still commuting on a train and had that half hour to kill every day, it's a game I might pick up and just put it on my phone and just like tap through my commute.
Yeah.
I might play it like that. It's for that style of game. It's done really well.
Yeah.
Like my son downloaded a Dinosaur City game that he's obsessed with this YouTuber called Preston Plays.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen. He's pretty entertaining. And he had an advert for Dragon City, so my son downloaded Dragon City, and it's exactly the same kind of pay to win, gacha box kind of. All these, you've got to spend £50 to get tokens all the time, that kind of stuff, and it's awful. It's the worst game, man. It really sucks. So yeah, if you offered me my salary to play those games, I'd be out. I quite like my job. I'll
It's
stick
only
to that.
7-8 hours a day. Come on, you get free Saturday and Sunday with your family.
So we're talking 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we live in Europe, man. We don't work 40 hours a week.
Oh my God.
36. Come on.
You guys,
Almost.
man.
I work 4 days a week.
I'm gonna move over to freaking. Me and my wife have been talking about it. We're
I
either
work
gonna move
5
to
days.
Canada or we're gonna move to somewhere in Europe because
The average is 37 hours a week here
it's
in the
ridiculous.
UK.
Do you guys have nap time over there?
No, I think that's a Spanish thing for
No.
siesta.
Is that a Spanish thing? Is okay.
Yeah, they all sleep at midday.
That's
'cause it's
ridiculous,
too hot.
man.
I don't know if it still happens, but
I think it is.
I hope it does because I dream of that. I dream of being able to go to work and at lunchtime they give you an hour and then they give you an extra 20 minutes for a siesta. You know, like
I mean,
hey, you've been
I'm working
hard.
from home at the moment, so
So I guess you can just take a siesta. I'm just gonna take lunch right now and go ahead and take a nappy poo over my. Over my
we had a
couch
really
over
great
here.
April.
I can
just
see you
after-
working with the same can of beer.
Well, I was just gonna say we had a great April when it was we had like a heat wave,
Yeah.
a late spring heat wave, and I set up an office outside in my back garden and had like a bit of cardboard around my screen, and was sitting. I was good. I waited till at least 4 o'clock, and then was like opening bottles of beer and just sitting doing my work, having a beer.
Yeah.
Because working from home. What are you gonna do?
I mean,
Sit
why
in the
not?
sun.
I mean, it's not like you're operating heavy machinery and you're gonna chop your arm or finger off or something, you know?
Yeah, man. I was just like doing admin. It was pretty easy going.
I don't know. I think it depends. Like if
Mental health's important, guys.
if I got that was kind of creepy. What just happened on OutlawMyke? Jesus,
It's gone a bit
bro.
Blair Witch.
I feel like if I had my job right now, yes, I would play anything to get out of what I'm doing right now. But if I had like an IT job that I want, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. No.
Mm.
You know, if it was something I hated. But that, again, that's just I would literally only do it to get out of the situation that I'm in right now.
What's that game?
Horror Nights.
Can you
Parents
mention
of
at least one game?
Oh, I'm thinking. Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
What do we?
See, I guess part of the problem is like we don't have lots of disposable income to buy every game out there. So
Right.
I research games I'm gonna buy quite heavily before I drop 50 quid on them, because I'm not gonna drop £50 in a game I'm probably gonna hate.
All right. You guys.
Oh
are,
no, they will give you the game. Come on.
You guys are gonna.
Yeah, but it's hard
hate
to
me.
name a game that I hate.
You guys are gonna
because-
really hate me when I tell you this. The game.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, £70 now, Dave.
Fortnite.
It's pretty much any
All right,
any
perfect.
Call of Duty or modern any Call of Duty game. Yeah, I just.
Oh,
I get
Crazy.
it.
Well,
I
you
know,
what,
dude.
Dave won't follow.
know.
Dave won't follow him.
But no,
I just
I mean, it's not a bad thing to not like shooter games.
I just
Yeah.
don't. I just. It's the shooter game, but it's also. I just don't like PvP, man. And you know what the honest truth about it is
I don't like being teabagged by 12-year-olds.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
There you go.
it just makes me.
Or
What if
games.
That was me. That was me, maybe.
If
I'm
you were
not
teabagging me?
12-year-old, bro.
No, I don't want to be teabagged by you Wekizz either.
Wikis, listen, I don't want to be too bad.
we're-
I
we're-
like you, buddy. You're a good friend, but
Yeah.
I think that's passing a line that I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't think we can come back from if
You
that
probably
happens.
haven't seen my streams 2 years ago.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go look at them. Do you have them highlighted? Because if you do, I'm gonna go watch them. Just to...
Clips are from very old
Okay,
times.
so
I
then
only deleted one clip where I was saying a lot of N words, so that's not good.
Yeah, I get excited when I get to play games with my friends, not against my friends.
Yeah.
But like there are games that I play that I like on PvP. DayZ, playing Among Us, that was really fun. And I don't usually like PvP games, but that one was really cool because it was different.
I've not played that yet.
You know, and then I'm trying to think. I think there's like maybe one other game like Player Unknown, PUBG. I kind of like that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
My
I just
dad
What
plays
about
that.
Spellbreak?
Hey
It's-
guys,
it's
Rocket League is
Spellbreak.
free. I'ma
Rocket
kick
League
your
is
asses
free,
all.
man.
Spellbreak 2. It's just I would rather
Yeah,
play.
Spellbreak good fun.
Yeah, I would rather play with my friends, like a co-op game, against
Yeah,
like AI or something. Now, if I get to play with my friends, like on Spellbreak, you get to play with your friends against other people. That's kind of cool too, because like I just have, man, I have a bad temper, dude, and I get angry. Like, I haven't done it in a long time.
Like, PvP against your pals is fun. It's PvP against unknown people who are just like destroying you all the time.
Buttholes.
That gets old fast.
Yeah, b-holes. Yeah, a-holes.
Well,
I like
would
playing
you
PvP.
like to play that diabolical game? I'm alone against all of
Turn it
you.
off.
You
Turn
can
it
destroy
on.
me if you want.
Oh man, yeah. So I don't think I would. I mean,
take care of what's happening.
Off.
You know, Sea of Thieves. That's another good one. PvP.
Have you ever played Titanfall 2?
I've played Titanfall, but not Titanfall 2.
Yeah, Titanfall 2's a really great PvP game, multiplayer. It's good fun.
I think
it's a good time.
Is that free on Game Pass too?
Oh, it might well be.
Titanfall is free on Game Pass.
Okay.
No, I don't think
it's
so.
good
It's
fun.
free.
No.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. No,
Yes, it is. No.
Titanfall is not.
You can
That's why I
pick it
got
up.
this CD.
That one's on EA. EA Play.
Now you know
you can pick up dirt cheap though.
EA is
EA Play is coming to Game Pass.
Exactly. So, but I'm wondering though, because I've been looking at it, and EA Play is like a separate. Is it going to be a separate thing, or is it going to be like, okay, hey, we got all these games that you guys offer on EA, and we're going to put it in the Game Pass. So people who have the Game Pass don't have to pay anything extra. They don't have to do anything. They just get these games added.
No one saw that.
Right. I don't even know what you're talking about. It
My
matches
ear
your
went
shirt.
everywhere when I opened
It matches your shirt, so like I don't even. It's like it doesn't even. I don't even see it. What is that, by the way?
This is Adnam's Ghost Ship. It's a really nice non-alcoholic beer or low alcohol beer.
Yeah. I like the art on it, man.
Which tastes like an IPA.
Nice.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about EA Play. I mean, I'm not an Xbox gamer, so
I'm hoping it does. Because they're already. It's like what, $4.99, $5 a month, and then they bumped it up to like $10 a month now. So
for Game Pass.
Right. So I'm hoping that's maybe one of the reasons why they're doing this, because they're going to move all these EA games over to it. But I don't know. Assuming.
Well, they had to make $7.5 billion, didn't they, to find that quick to buy Bethesda?
Yeah, that's what they did. They're like, all right, we got to increase these Game Pass people. We got to have that money to buy Bethesda.
So they can stick Doom on.
Bethesda. Is it Bethesda? It's Bethesda, isn't it? Bethesda.
I don't know. I always say Bethesda, but
I've
never heard it said.
Are you guys excited about the new Elder Scrolls coming?
Hey, when you turn the switch on, does the light come on?
Yes.
Get ready to clip.
Nothing happened.
People, you know what? People listening to this podcast, when they listen to it, they're gonna be like, "What the hell is going on? What is this guy Mike doing? Like, I don't even know what he's doing."
I don't know what he's doing.
We said in the beginning, Mike.
DIY with Mike.
That's
showing
true.
electricity.
That's true. But they
I'm
might.
wiring in some lights for a friend of mine in an old house that's not wired the way it should be.
Yeah. Oh, it's not up to code.
So I have to figure out what's what. You know.
Is it not up to code,
Is there a
Mike?
Is there a strong chance of you dying on stream?
Oh.
No.
Flash
This is
No.
only 110 volts.
Mike,
so it might bite
Mike,
me, but
there's something behind you.
There's a guy behind.
Something behind you.
Yeah.
It's my buddy. His name is Frank.
It's really creepy. I see him.
Yeah. I'm in the attic, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, it's really dark up there, man. Okay. Just be careful. All right.
I got a lantern.
Yeah, you keep like disappearing into the darkness like some sort of shadow demon.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Yeah, we've got a guy on a crystal ball, a guy in the darkness, and then me and Kadoomed, we're just trying to keep up here.
I'm trying not to get bit right now by this wire because I'm doing it live.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't get bit, bro.
Dookie says it's Bethesda or Bethesda.
Bethesda. Okay, I think it is Bethesda.
Like
Maryland.
How do you say that middle bit?
Thez? I think it's Thez.
Bethesda.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Okay, so how about this? Kadoomed, do you have games that you play off stream that you
Yeah,
that you
absolutely.
just like you're like, I don't really know if this would be good on stream, or you just kind of don't feel like playing them on stream. And then
Yeah,
what
like
games do you like to stream? You know what I mean?
I like to stream games that are a little bit quicker, I guess, or that are
Like
where
action
you can
packed.
explore. Not action packed, but like where you can explore a bit and there's you can make mistakes as well, and
Yeah.
like Zelda Breath of the Wild is really good fun
Adventure,
at the
open
moment.
world adventure games are I love those games, man.
Yeah,
Good down
adventure
there?
games, but also
Why not?
quite chilled out games. So we did a stream playthrough of The
There you
Secret of
go.
Monkey Island, which is my all-time favorite game.
Yeah.
So it's a classic LucasArts point-and-click game, and it's quite a short story. So we tied it up in 4 streams, I think.
I remember
and
when
it
you
was
finished it.
yeah, it was good to finish it. But and like my youngest boy joined me for the last stream for a bit as well. That was good fun. So I like streaming those kind of story-based games that are a bit shorter.
Yeah.
But off stream, I'm a sucker for a big long RPG. I'm playing through Persona 5 at the moment. I'm 47 hours into that. I'm not going to stream that. I do streams for 2 and 3 hours at a time.
Yeah.
2 streams a week. That's going to take me 5 years to finish that on stream.
Dude.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 I'm playing through at the moment, and I think I'm 60 hours into that. And yeah, I'm not going to stream those games, because if I was streaming full time, getting up and streaming at 9 until like 5 o'clock in the evening,
Right.
then sure, fair enough. But
as of right
you
now,
can't,
though,
you can't do that with just 12 hours.
You have to kind of like judge. Like you have to find something that you like, but you also have to be like, I don't know if I like.
Is this going to be popular on stream?
Right.
Like,
Are
for
people
me,
gonna
if
enjoy it?
People aren't in there and talking, and if it's not popping, I don't want to play it. Even if it's a really fun game, I'll play it off stream.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yep.
We're playing through a really good game at the moment called Spiritfarer, which is an indie game, but it's a really big game. It's like I thought it was going to be quite a short one. Yeah, man, it's amazing. It's the aesthetic for it is awesome. It looks like a Studio Ghibli film. The animation style is really slick, really smooth. But it's quite a gentle kind of adventure farming game. Kind of difficult to describe, but it's
like a Harvest
really
Moon?
interesting. Well, when I say it's a farming game, you're farming on like a boat. So you've got to build a garden, and you've got to build a field section, and you've got a sawmill on the boat, and you've got to go and find islands to get resources. And the idea is that you're a spiritfarer, and it's your job to guide spirits on their final journey off the world.
Okay.
But it's a really gentle game about saying goodbye. So it's very emotional, a really interesting game. And
is it a side
because it's a slower
scroller?
pace,
Strategy. What kind of game are we talking about?
Yeah, it's I guess it's 2D side view, but it's like an adventure game.
Okay, cool.
And because it's a slower pace, it gives me a chance to really speak to the chat a lot and engage with them.
Right. I like games like that.
That's a good opportunity.
You're not, and that's another reason. Like the first-person shooter games, it's hard for me to do those kind of games, play those kind of games, and like talk to people, in chat.
Yeah, right.
So like the adventure games, like you're talking about, Kadoomed it's a lot easier for me because I can take my attention off the game for a second and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Should we get or whatever? Who may come in the chat, and you can kind of like ask them how they are, and then you can wait for them to reply, and then say something, and then kind of go back to the game for a minute and wait for them to reply.
Yeah. They all came on?
It's kind of nice to do that.
Oh,
I don't know how you guys play like Warfare. All right. Wait. Are you about to light it up?
I don't see the light.
Yeah, I don't see light. It's dark.
The lights are downstairs. I'm in the attic.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you have lights in the attic? What are you going to do when it's dark outside?
Now it looks like Blair Witch. He's running away.
Yeah, it looks like are you going to be standing in a corner?
Stop that.
Stop it. You scared me.
It's like that's one of the other reasons I stopped streaming Splatoon, because like even though the rounds were short, you'd have like 5 minutes of no chat because all my regulars were playing in the game with me. in
Right.
chat in Splatoon,
Go
and
cut
then I
that
couldn't
bathroom break
do
off.
anything because I was too busy trying not to die.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's tricky.
Gotcha.
Is
That
that a
makes-
leg?
No, I think
No,
that's
that
his
was an arm.
No, it's his arm.
It's not.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was an arm.
What does that say?
It says Embry. It's my oldest daughter from my first marriage.
Ah,
That I don't get to see.
That sucks, buddy.
excuse me.
Anyway.
So, hey, tell us a little bit about the stuff behind you, because I really,
Yeah.
I personally enjoy looking at the art and stuff behind you, and that was like when I first saw you, like when you came in and I first started looking at your background and stuff. I was like, dude, that's some really cool stuff that he's got behind there. It's different, you know what I mean? It's almost like it reminded me, you know, in a maybe middle school grade, like 1 through 5, when you would do those science projects and you'd have like the things where you'd put all the
display board.
Yeah, like he has got a display board of like awesome art up there, and it's like a science art project that he's like working on. So it just really,
That's cool.
it really fascinated me. So tell us a little bit about it, man.
So
And be very descriptive
well-
in case people are listening. So
so behind me are display boards.
fifty.
So they're like
I like the lights too.
clip together display boards that I used to use for like
Yeah, perfect.
doing craft fairs and showing off my photography.
Yeah.
When I was desperately trying to make that a thing. Top tip: there is no money in being a landscape and wildlife photographer unless you're working for the National Geographic. So don't do it.
Don't do it.
But the display boards are handy.
All right.
But
Go in
so
that,
that you can, if you ever decide to
that
be a
outlet box.
streamer, you'll have display boards that you can then use to hide the rest of your messy office.
Yeah, like yeah, I hear you. I need some display boards. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so I just was looking for some art to stick on it, and I'd had these Star Wars prints in a box for a while, waiting to get framed, and I thought I could show them off on stream. So they're prints by a Scottish artist called Neil Slawrence, who does this really unique kind of cartoon style.
Yeah, I like it.
He's a comic book artist. He does his own line of comic books as well. And my wife bought me these because she knew I was a fan of his comics.
Oh,
And a big fan of Star Wars as well. So it's nice to be able to show them on stream. He's got his own website and does like heaps of amazing pieces of art that you can order online. And then the posters are just posters from, there's a geeky t-shirt site called QWERTY.com, which I think is based in Ireland, and you can order.
You can probably use my drill.
You can order lots of like nerdy t-shirts and stuff from them, and they also do prints. So yeah, I just ordered some prints when they were having a sale.
Yeah.
And thought I'd stick them up. So we've got an alien one, Ripley.
Yes.
Who's an icon. A Legend of Zelda and Animal Crossing.
What's the one directly behind you?
That one?
No. The
is,
one right behind your head. Like
that
your
one?
neck, or your neck rather.
That
Down,
one?
below Ripley.
that
Yeah.
was Ray.
That's Ray.
Oh, okay, it's
and,
Ray. Yeah, okay.
BB-8.
Well, you know.
Even I
it's-
know. Come on.
Hey, don't.
Holy smokes, Wekizz knew.
A Star Wars thing, and Cage didn't. No way.
I think
I gave him
Wekizz
it.
is a
All right,
secret
I-
Star Wars guru.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
he
I had
gave
to-
me-
I had to
he
give
gave me a
Wekizz-
chance to
Oh man.
play the game. Do you want to play a game?
So would you say Star Wars is your favorite, like, universe?
Play a game.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I guess fantasy, sci-fi universe. Everybody's got their own little place they like to escape to and like learn about the lore and everything like that. And Star Wars is.
Yeah, I think it definitely was. I have to say I'm probably not. It still is, right? It still is, but the last film kind of soured a lot for me, just because it was so meh.
It's yeah.
I
You
just
know what-
didn't
you know
feel
what
it.
got
It's all right.
me
You can say it.
is there's too much of a gap between the end of the last one and then I'm not gonna spoil anything for those who may not have seen it, but it's like, oh, it's him? What? Like we
Yeah.
didn't get any information on that. It's in the scroll. Like really?
Oh no, it's in
guys?
Fortnite.
Really?
You had to play Fortnite to get the
Oh
the
gosh.
holographic message that was sent out.
Oh, really? I
Right?
didn't know that.
How
That's
dumb's
kind of
that?
wicked.
Jeez
Bonkers.
Louise. Oh yeah,
Um,
tell us a little about your setup too. Dave
Yeah, I saw that
asked.
from Dave.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stream using a MacBook Pro with a Windows 10 partition.
Yeah.
Which made me feel very sick when I had to put in a Windows 10 partition in my beautiful Apple.
You would feel sick. You would feel sick. You know, I used to work for Apple. I used to repair Apple computers and iPhones.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
sorry,
learned
buddy.
one important lesson about Apple products, and I'm going to say this one thing, and I'm going to leave it alone. They're designed to break.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're expensive too, but this is the
They're
thing.
designed
They
to
are
break, and
expensive.
they're designed to only be fixed by Apple, so you got to pay them to fix them.
That is true, but it as far as audio, because I do a lot of audio as far as like music and stuff like that, making my music and everything like that with my buddy, and I have noticed that Apple makes products that do music recording, video recording, editing, whatever it may be, and they're better at it. They're set up for it.
You know, it's not just that they're better at it, it's that they're reliable.
Yeah.
And that's very important when you're performing live.
Yeah,
Well,
because
as far as workflows go, Apple products are very user friendly, and that's kind of where they excel in those areas. They excel in the workflow.
So I switched to Apple when my Windows laptop died and I had to cancel a gig.
Yeah. Ooh, that sucks,
and I was
man.
like, yeah, I can't play this gig because I've just had a blue screen of death, and like, what am I gonna do? My laptop's not
Poor
working anymore.
Kadoomed, man.
So I was like, well, switching to Apple. So yeah, I got an Apple laptop from then. And then my last MacBook died because my camera bag rolled into a river.
Oh.
And it had all my stuff in it, all my camera equipment and everything. I was checking a camera trap I'd set up.
God,
beside a
Kadoomed,
river.
you got some
I thought,
horrible luck, buddy.
Put my bag. It's a great story. I put my bag on a riverbank and was walking back from checking the camera trap, and just saw this black shape rolling down the hill and plopping into the river. I had to just dive into the river and try and get it back, and then phone my mum and say, "I'm in the woods. I'm in my pants. Can you come and get me before the police find me or something?" Sorry, in my underwear.
Bring me pants, mother. Bring me pants.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. Oh my god.
So yeah, that was unfortunate. What on earth?
Taking photos.
What is going on?
This
in
is
there?
There's gonna be a lot of good clips.
This is great, yeah, man. I can't wait to clip some of these things that Mike's doing. This is gonna be awesome.
Mike, just don't show what Twitch don't want.
Yeah.
Show, you know?
Banned for sexual.
Yeah, showing a little bit of too much skin on the OutlawMyke.
Y'all got some butt crack? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're fine, buddy. No butt crack.
Butt crack.
no
Yeah,
butt
just
crack.
prove that it was your back, okay?
Yeah, so basically that's what Dave said. So you were in the woods in your underwear and you had a camera, so people probably would have not thought the best things.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Wait, say that.
I mean, it was. I was doing a long-term project that had been publicized locally, so hopefully it would have been okay. But yeah, it's a very popular wood just on the edge of town.
Yeah.
Filled with dog walkers. So I was like, get me out of here fast.
Oh
It's
man.
good that you didn't become a project of somebody else.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Maybe they might have been a secret project that somebody made a Kadoomed. You never know. But anyways,
They're
moving on.
waiting until you will explode on the stream, and then they will.
They
come
have,
with those
they have the
pictures and say,
blackmail
"Hey."
pictures.
Yeah, blackmail pictures.
So yeah, Dave's asking. Yes, it is with a capture card. So I stream either using the Switch, Xbox 360, or PlayStation 4 into
Yeah, what?
live gamer. What do you call them? Yeah, live gamer card. It's not Elgato, it's the other brand.
Yeah.
It's popular.
Not
I
Elgato.
can't remember the name.
Is it
Not
the
Elgato.
Razer Ripsaw?
They're too
Razer
expensive.
Ripsaw?
Shame.
Elgato is expensive, man.
I have the Razer Ripsaw
It's not a Razer Ripsaw. Hold on 2 seconds.
for the capture card.
So are you using your webcam, Kadoomed, or are you using like a
Media.
DSLR? Or...
No, this is the MacBook Pro
It's pretty good.
Face cam. It's amazing, man.
It's
a
really,
great,
it's
great,
really good,
great
man.
camera.
Yeah, you've got
Apple is
As long
good,
as you
right?
light it.
Well, I was
as
about to
long as
say
you light it properly,
you're a
you get, like,
photographer, so you probably know how to light things rather well.
Well, I just got a cheap light from Amazon, so it's a Nivea light.
Hey, how much did you pay for one of those, man?
That was like £30, something like that.
Really?
So
That's it?
It's just about one. Yeah, man.
I've been thinking about getting one because all I got is a little.
It doesn't come with a
ring light, you know.
It doesn't come with a power adapter, but I had one that fit it anyway. So yeah, it's all good.
They sent you one without a power adapter. That's
No, it just doesn't come with one. You're expected to buy a Sony camera battery separately because it takes a Sony camera battery. But
okay.
I had a power adapter that fit it. So
yeah. Well, lucky for you. Oh.
Yeah, no danger.
Oh well.
Mike's gone.
Yeah, man. So do you just stream? You just have your laptop and that's it. So you stream and you play the game on your laptop. You're streaming to your laptop through Xbox?
Yeah, I've got two monitors in my office as well. So I've got I play the game on the monitor to the right, and then I've got usually
OBS
OBS is on the laptop so that I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah.
And the camera on there, and then I've usually got a Chrome window open on the left just to check Stream Manager, and maybe have Twitter open and stuff as well. Yeah. Sometimes it's got the football scores on if Aberdeen are playing in the evening.
So you've got 3 monitors that you use.
Well, yeah, including the inbuilt MacBook monitor.
So let me ask you a question: when you went from 2 monitors to 3 monitors, would you go back to 2 monitors, or can you just? Because like I've noticed when I had 2 monitors for a good while, and then I added a third one, and I feel like I don't know if I could go back to just having 2 monitors because of maybe if I didn't stream I could, but like with streaming it seems like it's just so much.
Cage.
What's up,
don't
buddy?
add the 4th one.
I mean,
Just
I'm not going
the
to.
4th
I'm
one.
not gonna. You have. I think you have like 5, don't you, Wekizz?
No, I have 4.
4? Oh,
I have 4.
yeah. I can't.
I've got a spare TV sitting on my landing on the stairs, and I was going to bring it up and have play the games through that, and then use the other monitor somewhere if we're doing something else.
Right.
I can't really think what I would use it for. Like even the one with the Chrome window, I think that's unnecessary. I don't really need to have a Chrome browser open.
I mean,
but it's handy to have that Stream Manager open.
Yeah, but you
I
never
could
know.
just alt tab it on.
Right, but you never know. Like when maybe chatting or something, and like I like it because your chat might bring up something like a game or some kind of new movie or something, and you're like, oh, I haven't heard of that, and they're like, oh man, you got to check it out, and you can be like, you know what, let me pause the game, and let's check this out, and I've noticed like
you could be like Ziggy and just like dragging random stuff into your
right,
stream
yeah, just random stuff like what the heck is this? What are we watching?
Pops into your head and chuck it on your stream. Oh, but he does a great job with it.
I smell steak.
Damn, I need to steal his Batman mask.
I know, dude.
Oh man, it's great.
Okay,
right?
so I had an idea, and I wanted you guys to. I kind of am gonna steal a little bit from Ziggy the idea. I was thinking of doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator voice like thing, like he does, and just have
it now. We will decide
the mouth, just the mouth, and then just have Arnold Schwarzenegger's face, and then I could do different Arnold Schwarzenegger scenes, like Predator Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kindergarten Cop Arnold Schwarzenegger,
That's right, Wicket. That's what I do.
So, Stream Manager. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Can you shoot some?
Can I shoot some what?
Schwarzenegger.
I don't have it set up right now, so I can't do any virtual cams like you guys. You guys are all fancy, but
what would you say?
I mean, I would just talk in Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Talk.
Okay, so let's see. What's something he says from Kindergarten Cop?
I'll be back.
No, yeah, that's Terminator. But like, it's not a tumor, or get to the chopper. Yeah, and he'll do that a lot.
Put the cookie down.
Yeah, put the cookie down, So
why don't you cool off?
Why don't you cool off? And just stuff like, I don't know, something like that. Because I've always liked Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's kind of like I think if I was gonna meet any, you know what? I just thought of a good question to ask. If you could meet any celebrity Kadoomed, whether it be movie, like streamer, anybody, any kind of celebrity, who would it be?
Wow.
Wow.
You even have a picture.
Man, you are like, dude, dang.
It fell off my wall, so I picked it up just when I was tired, like plugging stuff in just before the stream, so it was just sitting beside me. That's
Yeah.
why. My wife got me this signed photo of David Attenborough for Christmas one year as a stocking filler.
That's awesome, dude.
And yeah, I think he'd be interesting. He'd be a really cool guy to meet, and
He's been around
talk
for a
to
while. That's
about
would be
wildlife
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah. And
About
all
the
of his
wild,
experiences and everything.
Yeah, as a broadcaster as well. Like, he was head of BBC Two for years as well, which is like one of the big TV channels here too.
Right.
So not just in terms of wildlife movie making and filmmaking, but just in media in general. He's a really good guy. Mark Hamill would be a great one. Wicket, yeah, that'd be good.
Mark Hamill. Yeah.
Arnie these days is really interesting. I think back in the 80s or 90s, I don't think I'd have cared, but he's really changed a lot and mellowed since he was the governor. And
Yeah, dude.
I love watching his Instagram and Twitter feeds with his
He's
Shetland
so
ponies.
kind. Yeah, he does this thing.
He's empathetic.
Yes, he's very nice, and like kids, like obviously he's done some things.
Yeah,
he's done some things that are probably not the best in the world. But he's really good to kids and like people who want to meet him, like young people who want to meet him. He really enjoys that and like, likes to do that. So Wekizz, what about you, buddy? Who would you meet?
I don't really like the
governor.
No, I mean the meet thing. I don't like meeting someone for a short period of time. But if you ask me, who would you like to have a neighbor?
Yeah, or
as a
yeah, like someone you
celebrity?
could talk to for however long you
Anytime,
want
like,
to, anytime.
Go walk the dog and ask him wanna come out.
Yeah.
I think I would go with my favorite science fiction author. I don't know if he speaks English, but probably I would learn French for that. It's
What's his
Bernard
name?
Werber. Bernard Werber. I can write
Bernard
in the chat.
Werber.
Nice. Oh, Nathan Fillion would be good too. I bet he'd be a good lad.
Ooh,
Good one
yeah.
to drink with.
That would be a good one.
Ian McDermott actually has a house in one of the villages near me. The Emperor from Star Wars. But I've not met him, but I've heard that he's very polite when he goes into the village shop when he's on his holidays.
Who? Talking about Ian?
Ian McDermott,
Yeah.
the Emperor in Star Wars.
A very short list.
I've met quite a few.
Who's the coolest
musicians
person you've met? There you go. Someone you have met. Who's the coolest person to you that you've met?
I've got a good story about this actually. So I
Bring it
have
on, baby.
performed.
Yeah.
I have performed my weird electronic music for the king and then Prime Minister of Norway.
No way.
In Oslo. Yeah.
Wiki?
At the opening of a museum in Oslo, and it's a really weird.
That must have been
story.
a weird scene, bro. Like the
It
king's
was
there, and you're like,
it came about from a Facebook message when I was doing a Kickstarter for a record I
cannot
was
confirm.
producing. It was the opening of the UE Museum.
I was not informed about this from
in Oslo.
Norwegian president.
I was about to ask if you were jealous, Wekizz. No, go ahead,
No.
Kadoomed. I'm sorry.
No.
Basically, I'd done a Kickstarter for a record I was putting out,
Yeah.
and was desperately trying to find ways to get people to back it or share it, and because you've got to be like pushing that all day, every day to hit your target.
Yep.
And I was not hitting my target.
You gotta hustle,
and
man.
So it was a record called Fram, and it was all about the race to the South Pole with the British and Norwegian teams both kind of racing to be the first to reach it.
Yeah.
And so it was themed around polar exploration. So I started thinking, oh, maybe there's like places that have an audience who might be interested in this project anyway. And so I started messaging museums that had collections based around polar exploration. And I messaged the Fram Museum, in Oslo, which had Roald Amundsen's boat, Fram, there. The museum was the boat. And I'm said, well, I'm producing this record called Fram. I'm trying to raise some money to get pressed and printed professionally and properly. Would you be interested in sharing that with your Facebook audience, just to see if any of them are interested in backing it? And I got a message back from them saying, yeah, this looks really interesting. Our director's just writing a check. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Say what?
It's like, yeah, we're really interested. We're going to take the top perk. I was like, you're going to do what? And the top perk was to write a piece of music for them. And I thought that'd just be a fun thing that someone might want to do. And they ended up commissioning me to write a piece of music for the opening of their sister building, which was housing Roald Amundsen's Ua ship, which is the boat that he used to traverse the Northwest Passage for the first time. And not only that, and you have to remember, I'm just a guy in Northeast Scotland who's not a professional musician. I was just writing stuff in my bedroom, and just wanted them to share it on Facebook. And they're like, "Oh yeah,
I want a Facebook share, man. You guys are
you guys have just given me like £400,
right? Yeah,
like it was nothing." And then they were like, "Oh, and could you come over and perform the music at our opening?" And the King and the Prime Minister of Norway are going to be there. And I was like,
see, now you can't say no.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want me to do that?
Yeah, because you're like,
I ended up...
can't refuse that, right? You can't just say, no, I can't do that.
No, man, you've got to...
Where is this track?
Go for it. Yeah, I'll put the link up in a minute.
Yeah, man, put it in the music so we can... I got to listen to it now.
So they... I was like, well, sure, I'll come, but like, are you paying for the flights and stuff? So they paid for the flights for me and my wife, and
no way,
put
man.
us up in a hotel, and I ended up performing at the opening with accompanying
Norway's cheap, no worries.
an Inuit drum dancer from Ua Haven in Canada. So he turned out he was the mayor of Ua Haven, which is this town in Arctic Canada, where the near where the Amundsen's boat basically wintered, because they get deliberately stuck in the ice.
Yeah, and then they have to start walking and
yeah. Well, they spend like 6 months just in the community there, waiting for ice to go away again.
It's really interesting, like watching documentaries on the Northwest Passage and them trying to find that and stuff. It's I mean, can you imagine doing that? Like, there's no cell phones, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like the first time.
And the first person to discover the Northwest Passage was a Scottish explorer from Orkney, who was based in Canada, working for the that big British fur trading company.
Oh yeah,
that time.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name now, but he was searching for the Franklin expedition. He was looking for traces of that, and managed to find the Northwest Passage, but on land. So the first person to then traverse it on a boat was Roald Amundsen.
Was it the East India Trading Company? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Something like that.
That was going to be on my brain. That was going to be on my mind all day if I didn't say something.
So yeah, I ended up going over to Oslo and performing that track and getting incredibly drunk in Norway with these really nice Norwegian people, but really feeling a bit of an imposter. But it was great fun, and it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. It gave me a great story to tell my kids when they eventually are old enough to give a shit. And
it's pretty awesome, man. I mean, it's not every
it's my one
day.
Great story.
Yeah, it's not every day you get to meet a dignitary of another country. No. You know,
I don't think he was too impressed by my music. It has to be said. But yeah, it was a pretty wild time. It was very interesting.
Wekizz, what about you?
I'll pop a link.
Yeah, if you wanna, do you wanna play it? I mean, you can play it if you want to, or just drop the link. It's all right. You don't have to.
I don't know.
At least put a link in there so everybody can listen to this kingly track.
I'll drop
Pun
a link
intended.
to the
Pun intended.
the record I did.
Okay, sweet.
That was
What about you, Wekizz? Have you ever met somebody that's kind of like famous, or whether it be a politician or a movie star or a musician or anything like that? No? Never?
No, sadly.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of a story.
The Lithuanian stars that I met is really nothing big.
Yeah, but it's big to you, and it's big to people in Lithuania, right?
I was working in the casino. I have seen a lot of stars, to be honest. But so I met them and chat with them. No, not like that.
Yeah.
But I did spin a roulette or deal a poker or blackjack to to a lot of politicians, to be honest.
Yeah.
From Lithuania, and to just not so many musicians or actors I don't even remember.
I got
But
you.
almost to all very known basketball team from Lithuania. If someone is watching basketball, European basketball, I almost was shuffling cards for almost all of them.
Yeah.
So they are gamblers.
So I don't know if you guys know who Outkast is.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you guys know who Andre 3000 is, right?
Yeah.
No.
So,
one of the two members of Outkast.
Exactly. He's the tall, really, really tall guy, and then they
Big
the
boy
other guy,
being the other one.
Exactly. So I used to be. I've been in the band that I was in the last time for like 6 years was the last band I was in, but before that I was in bands, rock bands, hardcore bands, metal bands. I mean, since I was like 14. But I was in a hardcore band, and in the hardcore scene in Georgia, like we were pretty decent, and we had a lot of people who liked our music. But it was like the hardcore scene is not like a huge scene, so it's like say
not like in DC or
exactly. So we were popular, but it was like when I say
Awesome.
popular, there was like maybe like 100 people who liked our music. This wasn't very. But anyways, we went to this club, and we were the headliners for the show. And just when we were about to go on, we went on and we started doing our sound checks and everything. And we started playing our first song, and up steps this guy and starts dancing in the crowd. And everybody like just moves away from him. And we're like, who is this guy dancing, man? He's tall as shit. And he was like break dancing. Okay. And I was like, I've never seen anybody break dancing to a hardcore. This is awesome. I want to meet this guy. So it's dark in there. You can't really see shit. But we get done with our set, and we come by, and he comes up to us, and he gives us, shakes our hand, and he's like, "Great show, guys, man. I love that music." And he comes to shake my hand, and I go, "Holy shit, you're Andre 3000 from Outkast." And he's like, yeah, man. What's up? How you doing? And I was like, dude, what the hell are you doing in a hardcore show out in like Atlanta? And he was like, man, I like all kinds of music. He's like, sometimes I'll just drive around and look for shows going on, whether it be hardcore or DJ music or rap, whatever it may be. He said, I'll just stop in and look. And so we talked to him for like 3 hours.
So what kind of period was that? Was that like Stankanoia?
The 90s, I think, late 90s.
Oh yeah, because like there's definitely elements of Stankanoia that are like rocking,
right,
and stuff.
And it was just so cool to like
Bombs Over Baghdad,
right? And I mean, they were big, dude, and I guess that's why everybody like moved away from him when he was dancing. But I just thought he was just like a badass dancer. Nobody wanted to. But that's probably
That's cool.
Yeah, it was weird because literally it was like dark, and then his face just came into view.
Andre 3000 said your band rocked. That's fucking cool.
I know, man. I was like, okay, wow, okay, we actually might have something here. And of course, we didn't. We played for another year, and then, but the hardcore scene kind of died off in Georgia and stuff back then. But yeah, that was weird, man. I've never had another moment like that. I mean, I've played with some okay bands like 10 Years, I don't know if you guys know who 10 Years is. They have like 1 or 2 hits. But you know, those like 1 or 2 hit wonders. Like I've played with a couple of those and stuff, but yeah, the Andre 3000, that was just so cool, dude. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. And like you said, it's something cool you can, you know, show your kid. Like they might listen to his music or something, or it's you can be like, hey, I met you see this person, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the King in Norway, and you're like, yeah, I met him. I hung out with him. He may have not liked my music, but I hung out with him and talked to him.
Yeah,
and it's like they're like, it's just cool to be able to kind of tell your kids like, I was important for a little, just a little bit of time, you know.
Definitely. I know lots of Scottish bands, but I don't know if many people will have heard of them. But I've met a few other people. I've met the guy from the KLF. I put on a show of his. He'd done an art video.
Yeah.
Recently. So we put on a screening of his film in Stonehaven, which was pretty cool. He was okay. I met. Do you remember Amen? From like late 90s, early 90s. They were
I have not
like
heard
a
of them.
punk rock band. Oh, maybe they were only big here, but they're an American band. Well, I met them. They played in Aberdeen, and he came into the Casey Chaos came into the record shop I was working in, and had a good chat to me.
Do you still play your music and stuff, Kadoomed? Like, do you go out and do gigs still, or is it kind of
not for a couple of years? But I'm gonna try and get back into making music. It's been hard with 2 kids, and like
it's hard to just breathe with 2 kids. I feel like, you know.
But yeah, it's something I'm gonna get back into. I'd love to be in a band again, but
have you ever thought about doing like making your music part of your stream? Like maybe
I'm not that good. I can't.
No, like, you can't like come up with it. What if you just came up with the music and just kind of, I don't know. It's just because obviously,
maybe
your music was good enough to catch someone's ear and say, "Hey, we really like this." So, you know, I don't know.
I have
like
to work really hard at it. I don't know. Like, yeah, I have thought about it, but like you watch like the people that are on the music channels and Twitch, and they're all like amazing at playing covers by ear. Like there's a guy I watch who just like takes requests for game music.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell he does that.
Like jams it out, and it's like, what?
It's like, dude, I am a decent bassist, but man, I can't just like listen to something and play it like 30 seconds later. I
can jam with people, like, but it takes me a bit of time to pick it up.
But you gotta like feel each other out, right? And you gotta feel their cadence, how fast, you know, how many BPMs they're playing at, what, like you said, what key they're in, and everything. But
I'm not one of those people that instantly knows a key and where to find it on the fretboard.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never had like proper lessons or anything, so I have to like quietly play the wrong note a few times until it sounds okay, and I'm like, okay, I can play from here, good. Then just solo for a while. But
Cage, if you tell me, okay, let's go play together, and you will say, let's start on KC, and I will be like, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro?
We
should make some
but
music.
I don't know a single thing about it. I'm self-taught, so
we should make some. Maybe we can all 3 make some music together.
Should I bring guitar now?
Yeah, we'll start a Parents of Twitch band. Oh man, how awesome would that be?
As I said, Cage, I wanted to do that thing that I start with the lyric, you know?
Yeah.
And
he loves the singing.
To you,
he loves the singing thing.
He wants. Then you pass this challenge to another one, and in the end we have the full song.
I feel like we're gonna have to do it. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to do it one podcast intro to make Wekizz, because he keeps asking, and I'm just like, I find some way to put it off and be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, Wekizz. Yeah, and then like we just get into it, and he's like, hey, remember that thing I was telling you about? Yeah, we should do this next podcast. And I'm like, yeah, great, awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely do that, Wekizz, for sure. So I'm gonna have to eventually. Me and Mike are gonna have to make him happy and do it.
So Cage, do you ever go see Atlanta United, or do you support Atlanta United in terms of soccer? Do you just have no interest in soccer?
So
can we go back to Star Wars, please?
Yeah, I
changed my mind.
The reason I ask is Atlanta United own like a tiny bit of Aberdeen Football Club.
Oh yeah.
As of recently, yeah. Just this year, like the holding company that owns Atlanta United bought into Aberdeen Football Club, because you're the Atlanta United reserve team coach is one of our ex-players, and
Oh, no shit.
still has a good relationship. And our chairman of Aberdeen lives and runs businesses in Atlanta, and so has a good relationship with Atlanta United through that as well.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kadoomed. Be honest with you, okay? I have honestly tried to get into, like, I know about sports. Like, I know what the terminology and everything is. I know how you play sports and everything. And I've tried to get into football. I tried to get into football, baseball, fantasy leagues, and different stuff because, like, all of my friends do it and they seem so excited. Like, you know, like when you talk about football, I can tell that you're excited and like you love going to it, watching it. And I don't know why, man. I just can't get into it for some reason. And I'll watch the Super Bowl. And I think the reason I do it is just because I have some friends and they're like, hey, let's watch the Super Bowl. And I just really go over there to hang out with my friends and eat wings and get drunk, you know?
But that's why most people watch sports.
That's true. And so
you get wings when they're drunk?
It's a social thing.
Yeah, you get wings.
Yeah.
You don't have wings when you...
Then I also want to watch Super Bowl.
Well, maybe we could have like a multicast Super Bowl for Parents of Twitch, and we can do that cooking thing we were talking about, where we all cook our own wings, and then we all watch the Super Bowl together.
I'll just be jealous of all the American amazing sauces that you get.
Oh my god,
we only have like
so many sauces
here. That's it.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, at least you can be like,
Look,
you know what?
If you cook tasty, you don't need any sauce. Come on.
Right, but at least you can just say, okay, we got Frank's in this. It's an easy choice. You know, when you got like 20 different damn sauces, you're like, you get an overload of sauce, you know, and like all these places are like, hey, look, we got Caribbean jerk, Caribbean Asian, we got Asian jerk, we got buffalo, we got hot buffalo, we got medium buffalo, we got nuclear, we got toxic radiation poisoning. And I'm just like, wait, what did you just say? You know, like they got like 40 different flavors of wings, man. Like, especially places like Buffalo's.
Bamboozled Old Socks flavor.
Old Socks flavor, yeah. See, that sounds.
But yeah, you're talking about cultural differences. I guess sport and
oh yeah, dude.
Spicy sauces are probably two big cultural differences.
You guys love your football, man. Okay, let me ask you this: are there people over in Scotland, UK, and stuff that don't like football? They're just like, I'm not a sports guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if it was like it has like a right, you know, like you have to like it, otherwise people will be very angry with you.
No, it's especially if you're into gaming and music. There's a lot of people in those communities aren't as into sport and football.
Right.
And I suck at football. I'm terrible at it, and I'm rubbish at FIFA as well. But I like watching it, and I like supporting Aberdeen and that aspect of it. But yeah, I'm not big into other sport, and I'm not obsessed with football.
Yeah.
I just have a healthy interest.
I got you.
In watching Aberdeen lose a lot.
All right, Wekizz, do you have another question for him?
No, I just can say about sport. Like, if you would be my neighbors, guys, and you would tell, let's go outside, play ball or something, I would go. But if you would tell me, let's go watch a football or something, no.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
In case there's wings.
Yeah.
In case there's wings.
If there's wings, you'd be there, though, right?
Well, I'll be there anytime. Watch anything.
Yeah, man.
I got you.
Everyone likes wings.
All right. Well, you know what? I got one more question for you, and then we can wrap it up.
Sure.
And we ask it to everybody, and you don't have to do it in 10 words or less. I think we've been doing that, but I'm just going to ask you, like, what, if you could pick something, like, what is your favorite part about streaming? And then follow-up question is, what is your favorite part about being a parent? And, you know, just take your time, just kind of think about it. And
it's questions.
It's just good to hear. It's like people have the same kind of answers, but they have different ways of saying it. So that's why we like to always ask that, and it's a good note to end on, you know, because it's like usually always positive. We haven't had anybody say anything negative yet.
I think the streaming's really easy. It's the community aspect has been my favorite part. I mean, joining the Parents of Twitch group has been really great. I think you guys are all awesome and very passionate, and there's a lot of shared interests and learning that we can have.
Yeah, we learn together. That's what I like. A
yeah.
lot of us are learning together, and we're kind of like going through this thing together. So it's
and building my own community around my channel has been really nice as well, and having those people that come back regularly and are getting something from it, and yeah, that's been really, really cool too. The best thing about being a parent is just like hugs, man. You can't beat hugs, and like
that face of your kid
off your kids, and
when they're like
a big
look at you, and they kind of like, it's like they look up to you, and like you're like their world, kind of almost like, you know, like their superhero, kind of, I guess you would say.
My youngest, he's been practicing, and because he knows exactly the effect it has. He runs up and like hugs you.
Yeah.
He's like, "Daddy, hug," and he looks up and goes, "I love you, Daddy."
Oh my God, you're like, man.
He's just like, "Fine, whatever. You can have whatever you want."
What do you want? Daddy will give it to you right now. Here's my wallet.
I am a sucker.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you, man. You know, my kid can't even talk, and he just looks up at me and smiles, and I'm just like, "What do you want? I'll give you. I don't care what it is. I'll give you whatever you want."
Wait until your kid is 10. You come back from work, and your daughter just jumps out of her room, and she's like, "Where's my soda? Oh, I forgot." Door is closed.
Oh my. Well, poor Wekizz. I mean, do you think?
But she still loves me.
Yeah.
When you bring her soda, she gives you every hug you want.
There you go. You just got to bring them the soda, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it costs
you buy your happiness. This is the future.
Oh man. All right. So I have had an awesome time with you, Kadoomed, man. Thank you so much for coming by, and obviously, if you want to come back on another time, we would love to have you. Wekizz, YouTube
when
man.
Your partner.
Yeah, when your partner.
Now we will be
like
after
10 years
finishing
time.
affiliates, we go through partners.
That's right. 10 years from now, we'll all get back together and chat. You know, of course, Wekizz is always my faithful companion on our podcast adventure.
Robin.
Yeah.
Chat.
I'm Robin.
Yeah, I guess you're Robin. And I'm I don't know. I'm not Batman though. I don't think I'm Batman.
Black girl.
I'm more of a Bat girl. Yeah.
I would say Mike's.
Oh, Mike's Batgirl. I don't know if I'd go with Justice League. I'd go with a Marvel. Okay, so I'd be Captain America just because he's my favorite. If you were a Marvel superhero, and I can't remember if you said you like Justice League or Marvel, Wekizz, who would you be? Who would you be?
Marvel.
Who would you be?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I mean, you could. Hey, you could.
Captain Marvel's amazing.
What about you,
kind
Kadoomed?
of like Spider-Man superpowers. I don't know why, but
okay.
I just like the way he swings through the town.
Yeah,
he's not flying, but he's swinging. It's cool.
Right. Okay, so Captain America, Spider-Man, Kadoomed. If you were part of the podcast superhero group, who would you be?
I mean, like, yeah, Spidey's my favorite as well, but I guess.
Sorry, it's taken.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Well, I'll be no, I can't be Miles Morales. I'm far too white. Wolverine, because my wife loves Hugh Jackman.
Good choice,
snick,
bro.
snick.
Good choice. That's a good choice. That is like my. I would have said Wolverine, but Captain America has slowly been. I don't know why. I don't know why, but he's been taking over Wolverine's spot for some reason.
I think Chris Evans has been a great Captain America.
Can we
he's pretty good. What's up, Wekizz?
America's ass.
Marvel and everything else. I mean, can we take any?
Yeah, anybody from Marvel.
Then I want to be a vampire, just a simple vampire.
I mean, just a vampire. You could be Blade or someone super crazy awesome.
I think I'm too white to be Blade.
Yeah.
All right, simple vampire. That's the way it is.
Blade's from Marvel.
Yeah,
from Twilight. from Twilight. They
Oh,
can go
God.
outside.
All
into
right,
the sun
so
and they
we've
have
had a great
shiny
podcast,
bears.
guys. Thank you. So
Kiefer
much.
Sutherland from Lost Boys.
Hey, there you go, Kiefer Sutherland.
That was a cool vampire. Kiefer Sutherland
Yeah,
from Lost Boys.
you don't want to be a sparkly
and a
vampire.
non-sparkly
Yeah,
vampire.
you want to be a non-sparkly, super cool,
I want to be
angsty.
sparkly.
You want to be an angsty vampire, not a sparkly.
I'd be the
vampire.
guy with the saxophone in Lost Boys.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's bringing.
Oiled up.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie now, man. You guys are making me want to watch Lost Boys.
That was a great film. Great film. I think are they doing a remake? I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to. I hope it's not awful though.
I need to Google that.
But yeah, man, thank you so much for stopping by, Kadoomed, in your time, bro. And
My pleasure.
If you want, go ahead and pop your Twitch in the chat, just so people know. And you guys check Kadoomed out on Twitch. Check Wekizz out on Twitch. If you want to check me out, it's cool. You don't have to. And then check OutlawMyke out. All of us stream, and then everybody in chat. Thank you guys so much, because without you, we would just be talking to each other and talking to nobody. It'd just we'd be talking to space. Kind of like when some of us are streaming, just talking to one or two people. But yeah, thank you guys, and I really appreciate it. And also, I have ordered some Parents of Twitch T-shirts, and when when I get them, I'll wear one on the podcast next time. I think I should get it for the next podcast.
I need to do you. My name's Kadoomed, and I'm a Parents of Twitch. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, do it, because I can still add. I haven't done the intro yet. I've just made the template for the intro, so we've got about a week. Because what I'm doing is we'll have this.
Oh, hey, Kubu.
Hey, what's up, man? Was that one of your regulars?
Yeah, someone from
nice. Yeah. Welcome to this podcast, brother. But I'm gonna do we have the 6 episodes, so you'll be the 6th episode, and I think there's 6th episode, and I'll release 3 episodes at once, and then I'll release one maybe every week or every 2 weeks. So that way we have a stock of episodes in case Wekizz and me get sick or something, or we don't have a someone to talk to or anything. But again, without all you guys, this wouldn't be possible, man. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for because I know this was a crazy idea I had, and I didn't honestly think any of you guys were gonna want to do it and talk to me or be on the podcast, but it's been awesome, and it seems like everybody really likes it, enjoys it, and so I just want to say thank you guys, man. I really appreciate all you.
We talk about important things, I think. So
I do. I feel like it's fun to listen to. We're goofy, but we're also very thoughtful, and we talk about important things, parenting, gaming, trying to balance everything, and we always have good people on.